Yeah, still Sunday, the 3rd of November. Drained the engine oil out of my Troy Bilt horse. I got just under 20 ounces measured. And I checked the dipstick before I drained it. I was at the top of the operating range hash marks on the dipstick. So I drained out 20 ounces, just under. I put in 20 ounces, just under. I'm at the same point on my dipstick. This plug here is not a plug. This is a dipstick for the PTO transmission. Oil is good and it's overfilled. If there's a drain on this transmission, I can't find it. Did a quick search on the internet, didn't find nothing. Anybody that watches this video and knows where the hell the drain is without me completely disassembling the transmission to turn it upside down and drain out the fill, let me know. Looked real close at the seals going to the tines. There's no evidence whatsoever of oil leakage. That's a good thing. But I know those seals are going to be 50 years old, just like the axle seals, which means the rubber's going to be hard. And I've got replacement set of tines with new fasteners, and when I remove the tines, the rear seals are on this part of the axle here that drive the tines, and then there's 2 keeper bolts to hold the rear transmission on. I think they actually call it a PTO, and it's got a slip-on type PTO adapter, and once you get the bolts out of the way, this entire rear PTO assembly comes off. Not a lot of work, but ain't a little bit of work either. It's quite a bit. I'm gonna think on that. I've got a handheld suction device up at the farm. You stick the hose down the fill hole, extract a T-handle, and you suck out about 1.5 pints of oil at a time on what you're drawing on. I might go to the farm and grab that and suck out what I can of the PTO oil and replace it. It takes the same 80-90 weight oil as the main transmission or drive for the drive wheels. I don't know why they didn't put a damn drain on the PTO. I'm sure they had their reasoning. Makes it a tad bit difficult. I've gotten up and down off the floor quite a few times today, so my back's going to be a little sore this evening. The oil I pulled from the engine did not have a strong gasoline smell to it. That's a good thing. And it looked used, but it didn't look terrible. Yeah, it's coming along, just coming along slowly. Nice thing is I had plenty of oil in the drive transmission for the tires, and the PTO transmission for the tines is overfilled. So the old man that had it before me, he passed away, by the way. He took care of his stuff. That's a good thing. If I get this thing off the jack stands and more level, it could be that the oil in the PTO area that drives the tines will be more in the normal level. Or actually a little higher. No, it'll be more on the normal level if the rear end is elevated from where I have it, I think. But yeah, oil suction device, I know I got one at the farm. God knows where I put it. But I know I got one. I don't want to buy another one. And I don't need it at the farm. Once I bring it down here, it'll stay down here because this is where I'm going to use it the most. Anyway, that's all for this one. That's all for today. Thank you.